is going on? Everybody, what is going on? The catch. Fam, hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight. Sorry, I'm looking at my mic. Trying to make sure my mic is turned up correctly. My daughter keeps playing with my computer and my mic, so I think we're good to go now. But shout out to my daughter. She's the best. Anyways, hope you guys are ready for another live 2024 fantasy football draft. We're hopping into an underdog draft per usual tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what else do you have to do on a Thursday night than hop into a fantasy football draft with me? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Okay, I want to do a best ball mania draft tonight because we have been just absolutely tearing up the fast puppy lately, and I'm very tempted just to continue to do so. But I want to hop into a best ball mania draft tonight and see what we can throw together. So yeah, I don't know. I've heard the lobbies are like a little bit. I'm probably gonna have like a super tough lobby, but I've heard the lobbies have been interesting. I'll just put it that way because everybody's doing the fast puppy. So, I'm gonna enter the lobby at 10:18 p.m. Eastern time, which is like 1 minute from now. So if you guys are out there and you want to join with me, Best Ball Mania, 30 second per pick. I'm going to get used to going back to 30 seconds per pick after doing so many drafts. 20 seconds per pick. But Best Ball Mania lobby, 10:18 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, promo code the catch will get you a first time 50% deposit match up to $250. Jeez, butchered that. Promo link is also in the description down below. So, also gets you a free mystery pick'em, which we will be talking a lot about pick'ems once the regular season is here. But I'm in the lobby. Get in the dang lobby. Get in the dang draft. Okay? Let's do it. All right. So let me know what's going on, guys. Let me know how you guys are doing. And let's do the dang thing. One spot. Best Ball Mania. Okay, it's filled. Looks like it's just me. Oh, Tay Moan's in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Last night we had 5 of us in the same draft. And for any of you guys out there, we'll see where I'm at the end of this draft. I might run a fast puppy after this. Which honestly, like, I feel like the lobbies I've been in lately with the fast puppy, I don't know. I've been like, I've had some opportunity during the day to hop into a couple drafts. I don't know, like, I'll throw together some teams that I'm feeling pretty good about. But also the drafts I do during the day, I'm just like really, really switching things up. And I feel like I'm less likely to take risk on the drafts that I stream for whatever reason. And I feel like I need to take some more risks because when I do that off air, I end up with teams that, like, I'm more likely to push a quarterback or tight end or sometimes a running back or wide receiver into a following round to see if they fall. Let's go Chase right here. And I just don't do that when I stream. I get like way more. I had the worst luck drafting when I stream though. You know, admittedly, I think I have Amon-Ra over Chase. But I started the offseason drafting so much Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, D-Money, I missed you. What's up, bro? Jeez, always throwing shade at you, bro. Can't pronounce your name. Missed you in the draft. Let's go. So 3 of us in the draft. What's up? What's up? Good to have you, Broski. Brees Hall at the 1.10 probably feels pretty good. Tamongas with CeeDee Lamb at the 1.1. I like it. All right, so my exposure has changed a little bit. But guess who is still my most drafted player? Demarcus Robinson. You know he's not going anywhere. Okay, so we do have regular. I think we have week 1 pick'ems live. Hold on, I'm gonna try and pull them up. Wait, did they change it? It's under the Champions tab. Oh gosh, we got everything week 1 live. We might have to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I have not thought about this pick whatsoever. I think I'm going to start out 4 wide receivers tonight. So just give me Nico Collins here. Give me Nico. Yeah, first game of the season's Baltimore at Kansas City. Week 1, we got Green Bay at Philly. Okay, so they don't have like every single player, but they have the major players live, Like Green Bay at Philly, you got Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown. That's it. Jacksonville, Miami play week. We got some good games week 1. Tyreek Hill's receiving line is already at 94.5. Honestly, I would take that. I mean, Tyreek Hill's probably going to come out and have 100 receiving yards week 1, right? Arizona at Buffalo's week. We got some good games week 1, man. Houston at Indy. I'll tell you guys one of my favorite strategies for pick'ems. Just pick one game and cross your fingers. You want both offenses firing on all cylinders. You just take the over on 3 or 4 of your favorite players in that game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to scour. And once again, I don't always love going after star players for pick'ems. But maybe we'll take a look at this after the draft just to show you guys what's going on. We can go from there. Maybe I'll save that for tomorrow's stream and we'll go over it with Pete, because Pete should be on with me tomorrow and I feel like he would enjoy that. All right, I'm probably going to go DJ Moore with this pick. I think I'm going to hold off at running back for a minute here. D-Money says very happy with the Brees fall. 1.10 is a beautiful spot. All right, let's go DJ Moore. Chodes goes Bijan, Barkley, Henry. I've gone C-Mac, Barkley, Henry before. Either combination I like quite a bit. If you're going to go triple running back, those are the three guys I want. A first-round running back, then Barkley and Henry. But how often am I going triple running back? Not very often. But once again, switch up your builds. Get some different exposure. If you're going to go triple running back every now and then, I'm not going to be mad at you. All right, I'm going to try and get T. Higgins at the 43. I don't know if it's going to work. If I don't go T. Higgins, I'll probably just take Christian Kirk. Dang it, lucky Shane. It's okay. If I take Jamar Chase, then I am going to draft Joe Burrow. So Burrow's ADP is 90.9. I have picked 91. But now I got to watch Shane over here. Not our Shane. But Lucky B Shane, whoever this is. He might try and go for the stack too. So yeah, I mean, if Amari Cooper falls here, I'll take Cooper. If not, I'll go Christian Kirk. If they both get selected, I may just look at a tight end, or maybe I take my first running back. But looks like we are going to get one or the other. Heavy tight end round and Jalen Hurts sprinkled in here. So I will go with Cooper, but I don't have any problem going Christian Kirk there as well. But I'm more inclined to go Cooper because his bye week is week 10. Christian Kirk's bye week is week 12, which is the same as Jamar Chase's. So, Cats, if enough of you guys get in here and want me to do a fast puppy after this, I'll do it. I need to hear from the people. I just wanted to see what these Best Ball Mania lobbies were looking like. I've heard things, but honestly, this feels pretty standard to me so far. Nothing crazy happening. I've been in some puppy lobbies that have been just super weird. I think also, like, when people are only spending $5, they're more inclined to do the unusual. You know what I mean? Switch up builds and like I drafted a team today where I went C-Mac, Kelsey, Pacheco. I was at the 1.1. I went C-Mac, Kelsey, Pacheco, Mahomes, Hollywood. It's like I want 4 Chiefs wide receivers. Now, I have drafted a team before, maybe even twice, where I went Mahomes, Hollywood, Rice, Xavier Worthy. But Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy have both moved up in ADP. You're not going to get them down there at the 72, 73 anymore. And I thought about just like literally going like Kelsey, Mahomes, Pacheco, Hollywood, Rice. I was like, that's too far. I gotta take C-Mac. And actually, the rest of that team turned out pretty good. All right, Jason says he'll do a puppy. Vote in the chat. Are we doing a puppy afterwards or not? Cats, are we doing a puppy? D-Money, are we doing a puppy? 3 of you guys is probably enough for me to feel inclined. All right, what am I going to do here? I'm probably going to take my first running back, unless if Hollywood falls here, I'm probably drafting Hollywood Brown. Chode says Patty Mahomes, so he's going Hollywood. But I feel like ETN's a good value here at the 54. His ADP is 44.7. I'll take ETN here. I'm feeling okay about that. There's my RB1. Hollywood would have been, I would have loved that start, even with a 5 wide receiver start. But Chode's, who I keep referencing, steps in there and takes him. All right, so pick 67, 78. You know, if I'm there and like Rashad White falls back or James Cook falls back, those are 2 running backs that I feel very strongly about this season. That I'd probably be, I don't know why I'm saying the word inclined a lot tonight. I'd feel inclined to take one of those 2 guys right there. If not, I'm probably just going wide receiver. I'm probably not going to go for CJ Stroud in this draft. I'm going to bank on Joe Burrow being my QB1. Now, if I go Stroud, I have to go Stroud at 67, then Burrow at 91. That's 2 quarterbacks in the next 3 rounds. I just don't want to do that. Okay. And there goes Rashad White off the board. It's been a relatively, there goes Josh Jacobs, light running back draft so far. Rounds 4 and 5, just 3 running backs. Round 3, just 2. Jacobs kicks off the 6th round. So, dang, Rashee Rice, I didn't even see that. I was kind of hoping Rice potentially fall. 67 is a weird pick. Honestly, I'm probably just going to take... Dude, I'm telling you guys right now, and I was seeing this a lot today. I drafted like 3 teams today. Christian Watson's ADP is continuing to move up. I mean, he's already up to 69.6. I think if you want Watson, you just have to take him in the 6th round, and we might even be getting into territory soon where he's going really close to where Jaden Reed's going. And there goes James Cook, so I'm probably just going to go for Watson here. And Watson as a wide receiver 5 just feels so nice. Now, there's a strong argument to take Joe Mixon here as well because I do have Nico Collins, but he's gone. So that's gone. I do like Kenneth Walker a lot. And I think he's fine right here for sure, but give me Watson. Now, if Stroud falls to 78, I might take Stroud. But more than likely, I'm going to go tight end or RB2. Kind of regret. I mean, it's always woulda, shoulda, but kind of wish I went Kirk over Cooper, but I was not expecting to get ETN. And that's the only reason that I feel that way. So now I'm potentially in a spot where I can take Evan Ingram, but I have a bad feeling. But if I can go Ingram, I'll take him. Top available players are Stroud, Lad McConkey, Deontay Johnson, Brian Thomas Jr., Monty, Jordan Addison, Evan Ingram, JSN. So this is a tough pick. There's a lot of good players at different positions. A lot of good wide receivers still sitting right here. I think there's a pretty strong tier break after JSN is drafted. I like a lot of the RB2s available. There goes Evan Ingram. I think there's a tier break once again. Actually, I'd probably say once Jake Ferguson's drafted. But Evan Ingram, I think you could argue once he's drafted, there's a tier break. So, yeah, this is a tough spot because I'm okay. Like, I like Kamara as an RB2. I like Ramondre Stevenson. CJ Stroud's still sitting here, though, and I do like JSN. So a lot of good players here. There goes Ladd. There goes Fergie. So yeah, no matter what, Stroud, JSN, and Kamara are all right here. We're pretty loaded at wide receiver. Stroud. It's tough to pass. But I want to do it. I mean, we went into this draft planning on Burrow as a late-round quarterback. And I don't even know if I want to get Burrow at this point. That may have been a mistake. We'll find out. There goes Stroud. He goes to the team with Diggs. I mean, I had Nico Collins, right? And Stroud completely against ADP right there. I think my mortal enemy, Lucky B. Shane, might take Burrow. And, I mean, yeah, he takes him. Dang. We try to risk it for the biscuit. We don't get the biscuit. All right. It happens. So now we have no Chase stack, we have no Collins stack, and we were in position to get either one. I forgot that literally Burrow's right under Stroud in rankings. So it's okay, though. You know, the nice thing about some of these wide receivers you can take early on they're still going to have correlation to quarterbacks that you can take later on. So I'm going to try and push my luck at quarterback a bit more and see who's there at 102. And I'm going to take an RB3 here. I do like Cortland Sutton lingering around right here. But you know who I'm drafting. I'm drafting my boy DeAndre Swift. Okay. We got Swift and DJ Moore partying together. Shane's in the house. What's up? Shane, this better not be your alternate username. Lucky B Shane. This guy's been out to get me this draft. Shane, we're doing a puppy after this. You better be there. All right, so let's see. I'm going to see if Jordan Love falls to this next pick at 102. I mean, there's a chance. It doesn't really make any sense for any of these other teams to draft him. But at the same time, like, not everyone is chasing a stack. Like, this guy goes Jaden Daniels, so he was chasing a stack. He goes Daniels McLaurin. But sometimes people are going to draft a QB1 to draft a QB1. So, into the 9th round we go. I mean, I don't see any Packers players on the board. If he gets drafted, there goes Mostert. Honestly, I don't really know what I'll do. I'll just draft whatever's there. We're kind of like in a really good position, in my opinion, at running back and wide receiver right now. We're going to push tight end a bit here. We're going to push tight end in tonight's draft. Comes down to Chodes, who I don't know. This guy's been a wild card all draft long. Chase, what's going on, man? Good to see you. You are the man. All right, give me Jordan. That's a good push right there. That's a solid push at quarterback. So we still get a stack. Romeo Doubs is going to get drafted before our next pick. I mean, maybe he falls 9 picks. I doubt it. But we can still chase Dontavion Wicks with this next selection if we want. But, like, once again, we have a stack. We have Love and Watson. I think lately a lot of people are looking at stacks, and it's okay to, like, aggressively chase an offense, but you don't have to get every single player. You just don't. So if you like a Packer stack, that does not mean you have to have Dobbs, you have to have Musgrave, you have to have Jacobs, you have to have Reed and Watson, like, and Wicks. If you have 1 or 2 players, it's okay. An Eagle stack is okay if it's just Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith. A Bengal stack is okay if it's just Burrow and Higgins. A Stroud stack is okay if it's just Stroud and Diggs. You don't have to get Diggs, Dell, Collins, and Stroud, and Schultz, and Joe Mixon, you know? But if you want to go that aggressive, that's okay too. Part of me wants to draft Caleb Williams with this next pick, though. Because I have Swift and DJ Moore. And then we just be done at quarterback. Chase, how do you feel about B-Rob versus Eckler? Good question. I think both are going to have fantasy value this year. I'd rather draft Eckler because he's cheaper. And more people are willing to spend draft capital on Brian Robinson. People really are down on Eckler. And I get it, man. But Eckler played in 14 games last year. In 8 of those games, he had double-digit fantasy points in full PPR. He still had over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. And the Chargers sucked last year. Now he's going into a system that plays to his strengths. Brian Robinson being there, I think, is actually a good thing for Austin Eckler. I do think Brian Robinson can potentially get more goal line work, but I still think in full PPR, Eckler has a lot of value. But yeah, I like this Cliff Kingsbury offense as a system that fits Eckler. I like Jaden Daniels at quarterback, McLaurin, Dotson, Ben Sinnott. Like, I don't know. I don't feel as down on Eckler as a lot of people. Like, I especially have drafted Eckler as an RB 4 or 5 time after time. And his price in redraft is super cheap. Super, super cheap. So, yeah, I would rather draft Eckler because you guys know me, especially this time of year. It's something I want to talk about, right? I'm always going to look at the cheaper ADP, right? Like last year, I was like, draft Christian Kirk, don't draft Calvin Ridley. Ridley moved up to like, in some leagues, the end of the second selection last year. And I was telling you guys, like, just draft Christian Kirk in the 5th round, 4th round. I honestly think it was like the 5th round last year, you know? And that's something I always talk about year after year. You know, if there's a situation like that, and I think it's easier to look at wide receiver than it is running back. But right now, like I've talked a lot about Raheem Mostert lately, and I've talked a lot about David Montgomery lately. And like those are both players where I'm like, they're so much cheaper. Their value so much better in comparison to Devon Achane or Jahmyr Gibbs. And that doesn't mean that I don't like Devon Achane and I don't like Jahmyr Gibbs, but when you're putting together a draft, value at ADP is just so incredibly important, right? And going back to last year, I liked Calvin Ridley. You know, I was a Kirk fan all off season, and as time went on, I started to draft more of Calvin Ridley, but his ADP just also started to, you know, spiral upward, right? And sorry, I'm trying to also plan out who I'm going to draft here. You know, I don't dislike. Dang, I was about to draft Eckler. I felt like I had to draft Eckler after that talk, you know. But I'll go Jerome Ford here. Yeah, I don't dislike Brian Robinson by any means. But if I can get Austin Eckler 2 rounds later, then I'm fine with that. Shane says, I'm excited for redraft. Dude, I'm so pumped for redraft. I'll be setting up all the Catch Fam leagues. I usually do it the first week of August, so we got some time. Plus, we're going to have like so much more activity coming in the next couple weeks on videos and streams and stuff. So many more people from the community starting to flood in. And I'll just keep you guys posted on Discord. All right, a good little team we have together. Ooh. Jerome Ford is a good pick because we have Cooper on this team. I'm a genius. Dang, but the Browns have the same bye week as the Packers, so I can't even like. Because Deshaun Watson's just so cheap. His ADP is 161, and probably for good reason, but. Jordan Love's bye week is also week 10, so. That turns us into a 3 quarterback build, which I don't want to do. Chase, I agree. As late as he's going at this point, I see him returning that value for sure. Yeah, put out a video earlier this week. Draft these 5 running backs now. And Eckler was the last one on that list. And we always see it, you know, like I just said, more and more people are going to slowly start flooding in here. And not to just this specific channel, but like just fantasy football in general. And you guys are going to see more and more people are going to be using their brains, making decisions, and ADP is going to start to get a little flustered, right? And you just don't know how it's going to impact specific players, right? So you got to start drafting some of these guys that you like right now while you can at their ADP. Christian Watson, like I've just watched Christian Watson's ADP slowly move past couple weeks, and he's a guy right now, I'm telling you, I got him at pick 67 in this draft, but man, you're going to start seeing him go, especially at teams like the 1.12 that want him. You'll see him go at pick 60 here and there. I guarantee it. 60, 61. I guarantee it. All right, 2 tight ends, 1 tight. I really want Jahan Dotson here. But just give me Cole Kmet. Pretty valuable quarterbacks here in the 12th round. Tua goes. Goff and Herbert are still available. All right, so I need a 5th running back. Let's see what the team looks like, boys and girls. We got Jordan Love at QB. Etienne, Kamara, Swift, Ford, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins. We miss the Stroud stack, and then we also missed the Burrow stack. We got DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, Christian Watson, and Tavion Wicks, Cole Kmet. So Jordan Love stacked with 2 wide receivers there. We've got some Cleveland exposure, some Chicago exposure. See what happens. Plenty of time left in this draft. I was about to say, the guy who drafted Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin is definitely taking Jahan Dotson here. For anyone watching, we will be hopping into a fast puppy after this Best Ball Mania draft concludes. So stay around if you want to draft. All right, I guess if Luke Musgrave is there at this next pick, I'm just going to take him. I've gotten my exposure. He's down to 16.7, okay? I've gotten Dalton Schultz down to 28.6. He was at 40%. I was just drafting Dalton Schultz. Like, even if he was my tight end too, I was just drafting him like every draft. But I wanted to get that exposure down. We've done a good job with that. Now Chicken Conquo is my most drafted tight end. I've been taking Chicken Conquo as a tight end 2 or 3 a ton. He's at 31%. So now I got to stop drafting Chicken Conquo for a bit. I'll go Darnell Mooney or Luke Musgrave here. But I do like Vidal, Tyler Algier, McLaughlin, some good RB5s here. I forgot Jermaine Burton would still make sense to get that exposure on this team. But let's get Luke Musgrave. Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins are here too. Both are good picks here, especially Goff at his ADP. Who has Amon-Ra? This guy better take Goff. He doesn't even need to. He's got Richardson and Algier. Who's got Laporta? I mean, this is like a gift. He's got 2 quarterbacks too. That's probably why Goff is on the board. Like, I feel like Goff will easily get pushed back if the Laporta and Amon-Ra players aren't drafting them. Shane, is Marston Loved gone? Who? There goes Goff and Rodgers. B-Rob is a huge value to me, says Katz. RB9 last year overall and should get a huge efficiency upgrade. The offense likely to improve. Eckler is no better than Gibson at this point in his career. That's fair. I feel like with the rant I just went on about Eckler, I have no steam to dispute that. And it's seriously, it's just fair if you like B-Rob there. And like I said, I don't dislike I actually like B-Rob quite a bit, so really I think both are just good values. You know? I think people are being a little bit too harsh on Austin Eckler. I think Gibson is too harsh. Gibson sucked butt last year, dude. But I get what you're saying. But also, it's a new system this year. All right, this is a tough pick because I want to reach for Demarcus Robinson, and the team with Stafford is going to take him. And I get really triggered when people take. I'm telling you guys right now, Demarcus Robinson is going to suck this year, just because I draft him so aggressively. Sorry to Chef. Just ruin your stack. I have an exposure of 54.8 to Demarcus Robinson. Shane, Marshawn Lloyd is definitely gone. He goes pretty early. I mean, he's gone right after Blake Corum and Zach Charbonnet. So he takes Michael Wilson, which is a smart pick. Still gets you that exposure to that Week 17 matchup. Chase says Chiga's a good player. They need to get him the ball more. I agree, and I do feel like the Titans are going to be an improved offense this year. So, I think Chig at his ADP, which is currently 190.2, I mean, he still had 528 receiving yards. So for like a tight end 3, or like if you draft an elite tight end and you keep pushing tight end further and further, and then you just get in a bad place, I think Chig is fine as like a tight end 2. All right, this is going to be a weird build. Maybe. It depends on Chodes. Like I said, he's been a wild card all draft. No, he does take... I wanted Watson. Oh, I'm not prepared for this pick. All right, I'll take Malachi Corley here. Be my final wide receivers, Corley or Franklin. And I was kind of like, do I just draft Geno Smith? Because I need a QB too. But the reason why I didn't want to is because his bye week is week 10. And I was looking at running backs because I still need at least one more running back. I'm probably going to go for 2 more running backs on this team. And then I guess I either go 2 quarterbacks or 2 running backs. But all the running backs here I don't like. Cats, every running back touch metric you look at points to Eckler being cooked. Just eye test Eckler is awful after that injury. Completely fair. The eye test was weak last year. And I think like I think I looked at most of those metrics too on Player Profiler. And you're right. They're not great. He also only had 179. See, like the thing, I don't like to really look at metrics for a player that missed a lot of time, though. She was number 31 in carries last year, number 29 in red zone touches. He's actually number 9 amongst running backs in receiving yards last year. Number 12 in receptions, which those 2 marks are not... You would expect them to be worse. He's still at double-digit fantasy points per game, which is important to me, at 13.2. His receiving metrics weren't that bad last year. Number 6 in yards per reception. Number 8 in target share. Number 9 in routes run. Like, some of this doesn't matter because he's going to a new offense. But his rushing efficiency overall was bad, to say the least. So it doesn't dispute what you're saying. Evaded tackles, number 27. Breakaway run weight, number 46. Breakaway runs, number 40. Yards per touch, number 31. Yards created, number 11. Yards created per touch, number 8. Those are the only two good metrics. Everything else are really bad in terms of rushing. Sorry, I got to prepare for this pick. Spaced out for a second. I want to take Will Levis if he's here. Will Levis is going to be a beast. We had a rough go at quarterback in this draft, except Jordan Love falling. All right, for those of you guys out there, we will be entering a fast puppy after this draft ends. Jordan Love, Will Levis, Etienne, Kamara, Swift, Ford. Either going 2 running backs to finish or 1 running back, 1 more quarterback. Wide receivers loaded. Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, Christian Watson, Dontavion Wicks, Demarcus Robinson, Malachi Corley. J-Lo better have a good year. We got him stacked up here. We got Cole Kmet and Luke Musgrave at tight end. Good enough there. Musgrave further adding to that stack. All right. I'll go Bryce Young with this next pick if he's there. Or maybe I'll just say screw it and just go Chicken Conquo. Go Will Levis, Chicken Conquo. Don't know. Yeah, I mean, there goes Bryce Young. Derek Carr is really the only other option. No matter what, our RB5 is going to suck. I'm starting to take Will Shipley as an RB5 or 6. But I kind of feel like going Derek Carr. I mean, we do have Kamara for what it's worth. I'd really like Dameon Pierce as an RB5, though. Oh, Chicken Conquo's gone anyways. There's so many cheap Tennessee players, though. Like, if you do go Levis late, because maybe you had, like, Ridley or D-Hop early on, or Spears or Pollard, or any combination. Chicken Conquo's cheap, and Tyler Boyd's cheap. And most of those other players I just named aren't necessarily super expensive. All right, this is a good build. We're going to go with the best possible running back who's out there at 211. Call it a day. And there goes Dameon Pierce. These running backs are just so bad. I'll go Donta Foreman if he's there. If not, then yeah, I'm just taking like Will Shipley or Kenneth Gainwell. All right, puppy drafters, we have 1 draft left. I'll put it out on Discord too. Maybe that'll get somebody's attention. Isaiah Williams for the Detroit Lions drafted. All right. I'm going Donta Foreman if he's here. I mean, I have Jerome Ford, so week 10, we're just going to have ETN, Kamara, and Swift. But whatever. Whatever. Round 18, so random. But I do like Malik Washington. I'm seeing Bo Melton from Green Bay get drafted a lot more in the final round. As we, really only needed one more Packers receiver to draft. He did pretty well with the 16 receptions he had last year, 218 receiving yards, 13.6 yards per catch, and a touchdown. Great. This Packers receiving room is crazy loaded. You can also get Tucker Kraft in the final round. Some sneaky Packers players out there. All right, that was a nice draft. All right, I'm going straight to the lobby, boys and girls. I'm going to enter the draft at 11:03 p.m. Eastern Time. Fast Puppy at 11:03 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm just watching the clock. As soon as the clock hits, there we go. Get in the lobby. 10 spots. Perfect. 9 spots. Fast Puppy. Fill it up. Get in the lobby. Get in the draft. 6 spots. Fast Puppy. 20 seconds. $5 entry. Get in the freaking draft. Get in the draft right now. Do it. 3 spots. All right, Tamone goes on our Best Ball Mania draft. Goes Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young. 0 running back, he says. Monty, Mostert, Kendra Miller, Davis, Roshan, Shipley. Truly 0 RB. Lamb, Evan Smith, McLaurin, Deontay, Judy, Dotson, Kincaid, and Goddard. Dude, this is what I love is I start referencing you guys, and I forget that it's you guys. I'm like, the guy who drafted Daniels is definitely drafting Dotson. Yeah, good draft, but it is truly 0 RB. D-Money goes Purdy, Goff, Hall, Cook, Jones, Stevenson. 4 RB build. I do that every now and then. London, Flowers, Dell, Palmer, Polk, Randall Robinson, McCaffrey, McMillan, Raymond. You see, you drafted Isaiah Williams. Kyle Pitts, Dalton Schultz. I'm glad you got Goff, dude. No one I even referenced that. No one was drafting Goff. Good drafting, boys. All right, we got D-Money. We got Jason. We got Cats. Let's do this thing. Where am I at the 1.9? I have started to get later picks, which makes me happy. Taylor, I literally just entered another Best Ball Mania right before the stream, so doing 2 fast Best Ball Manias at once was interesting. I've done it before. It is definitely interesting. It's not impossible, but it's just like I don't enjoy doing 2 drafts at once. Give me some AJ Brown up in the mix. Give me a little AJ Brown in here. Okay. Jason goes Garrett Wilson. D Money goes JJ. Cats. Who knows what Cat's going to do over there? Probably going to take like Waddle and Devonta Smith. Probably going to take Barkley and Devonta Smith just so I can't take either. Because Waddle. I knew it. I called it. Waddle and Gibbs. Nice. There goes JT. All right, I'm going to switch it up this draft, boys and girls. Give me Barkley. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm probably going to go for some Cowboys players in this draft, too. They play week 17, so. All right. What do you guys think the likelihood of Devonta Smith falling to 33 is? We talked about this. What was that, last night? We've drafted like so much lately that it just feels like a big blur to me. But I feel like Cat's going AJ Brown at the 1-3 is like the only way you can get Brown, Barkley, and Smith. Barkley has to fall to the end of the second, which happens. Then Smith has to fall back to like pick 27. Or vice versa. Or didn't you go AJ Brown at the 1-1? No, you didn't. You went AJ Brown like 1-3. That's what it was. There's no way he's fallen to 33, though. Which is not fair to me because I've been the biggest Devonta Smith truther for years now. So I deserve him on this team. But I will probably end up, let's see, pick 33. Michael Pittman. Of course, people are actually passing on Devonta Smith here too. Okay. I'm just not going to talk. I'm not going to talk. He's either going to get drafted or he's not going to get drafted. But if I say something, he will definitely get drafted. I needed to pick 33. He goes to pick 30. He was the top-rated player every pick since Mike Evans. No, I think Devon Achane is still ahead of him. You know what? I'm not going to go Pittman. I'm going to go Tank Dell. I've been drafting a lot of Pittman lately. Give me some upside, baby. Always forget to pin the message. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, who should I draft? You know who we got to draft. Poor Josh Allen tonight, man. Josh Allen disrespect in the house. I put out a mock draft for you guys today, too, if you guys want to go check that out. That's out there. And then in the chat, also put our latest video. And this video is relevant to Underdog as well. Use Underdog ADP in this video. 5 running backs need to start drafting. Fly, Eagles, fly. Gonna send this to my Eagles fan friend. And then I'll get back into my deep analysis here. All right, so 4th round. I'm probably going to go wide receiver at 57 and 64. Then fill out at running back. And then target Dallas Goedert. Jason says, I've gotten so much Allen the puppy, I had to switch to Mahomes. Yeah, my Mahomes exposure was really high. And he's fell back to 14% drafted, which he was at like 23% drafted. And I was okay with that. But then I was like, I got to kind of, I was getting, you guys know my rant. I was getting so many picks from the 1.1, the 1.2 that I was just stacking Mahomes with Hollywood and or Rashee Rice and or Pacheco like over and over again. And then I started to get less picks from the 1.1, 1.2. I was just going Mahomes and then taking Bryce Young late. My Bryce Young exposure was really high too. And he's still at 16.3. And I was drafting a lot of Deontay Johnson, but this, I mean, we've been drafting for about a month now. So ADPs have changed and things are different. But yeah, in terms of like that elite quarterback tier, Mahomes is my most drafted quarterback. And next would be Stroud and then Hurts, then Allen. All right, 1 pick away. And you already know who your boy wants to draft. Okay. Is this guy really... Okay, he takes him anyways. All right, I wasn't expecting to go running back here, but I'm going to go James Cook. If Hollywood Brown was right there, he's a smash pick for me, man. Smash pick and fits the profile of the wide receivers we've been drafting so far. But, oh well. There goes Rashee Rice. What's Katz doing over there? Waddle, Gibbs, Cooper, Laporta. Jason's got Garrett, JT, Kelsey, Mahomes, Rice. Nice. D-Hop gone. Monty gone. Okay, a little Lions action over there. Jason gets a little Chiefs action. Nice little double stack there you just landed. The question is, okay. I was going to say, does this guy go Christian Watson or not? I will go Watson. Man, if I got Hollywood and then Watson, I would have loved that start, especially with having a running back and a quarterback through the first 4 rounds. But, oh well. I'm going to fill out at wide receiver for the next 2 rounds. Maybe 3 rounds. And then we're just going to have some bad running backs. Too early for Monty. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, man, I mean, when you're sitting there at the 112, like, if you just want to go out and get guys you want to go get because they're not going to be there by the next time you draft, then I don't hate you. You know? All right. Once again, no idea what I'm doing with this draft right here. Man, lately just really seen Stroud fall back against his ADP. Yeah, for me, once Addison and JSN are gone, there's just a cutoff and tier. And I like Jameson Williams. And I like Cortland Sutton. There goes Stroud, by the way. Just gone. I feel like Addison and JSN are going to be gone by the next time I pick. Maybe not. Maybe. We'll find out. There's one of them. This team doesn't really need another wide receiver, but he's just had good wide receivers come to him all draft, so. Is he even drafting? Okay, that was the other player I was eyeing, so. Let's go JSN. You think anyone has Amon-Ra and Gibbs on the same team? Asks Katz. I mean, there's so many entries out there. It's possible. Like, let's say Amon-Ra falls to the 1-9. Let's say someone goes Puka or A.J. Brown before Amon-Ra and Bijan and Brees also get selected. Then you'd have to see A.J. Brown or Puka taken, Wilson, JT, MH Jr., Drake, then one other early pick. I'm not including Waddle, but maybe Waddle. Waddle, Olave, Debo, Nico, Barkley, I could see. So maybe. It's possible. I've seen stranger things happen. Fire up some Cortland Sutton. He's on the menu, boys. Good running backs right here. The Ramondre Stevenson, Zamir White, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, Zach Moss, Raheem Mostert. That's a good tier. D-Money says people have definitely got it. Yeah, I mean, I think that circumstance I just laid out could definitely happen. So... And there's just, once again, there's just so many entries. You know what else there's? There's so many fantasy football channels now. I've been constantly just clicking on different channels, so more and more channels get put in my algorithm. there's literally just a redonkulous amount of fantasy football channels on YouTube now compared to last year and the year before. And the year before that. But compared to when I first started making fantasy football content. Going on year 3. I guess we're going to year 4. But starting 2021. Jason, my YouTube watching has gone up 30x this summer with all the content. Yeah, it's just all over the place. So many different levels of content. Which is not a bad thing. I guess technically it's a bad thing. But I don't really look at any of it as like competition. It's just a growing niche, which is a good thing. I'm going to make content no matter what. Oh, these tight ends are getting thin, boys and girls. I want Goddard right here. This guy's got Fergie, so should be okay, right? Top available players are Jaden Daniels, Romeo Dobbs, Khalil Shakir, Tajay Spears, Devin Singletary. All right, give me Goddard. That's our tight end 1. That's my tight end. All right, we still got 5 solid wide receivers. Tight end you're really seeing go against ADP lately. Smokey the Cat, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you in the house. I guess I'm going running back with this next pick. You know what this team needs? This team needs Gus the Bus. Okay? Yeah. This team needs a share of Gus the Bus. Say no more. Same bye week as Saquon Barkley, but I don't care. Then honestly, I'm probably going running back again at 129. We got Hurts. He's with Barkley. He's with Brown. He's with Goddard. He's having a good time. We got Cook, Gus Edwards, RB2 and RB3. AJ Brown, Tank Dell, Christian Watson, JSN, Cortland Sutton. Obviously, we had to go running back early and quarterback early to get this team. And then we land Goddard as our tight end 1 as well. Smokey getting back at it. Is it 7, 8 more weeks till kickoff? About, I think it's 53 or 52 days. How many days till NFL kickoff? 49. Okay, I was off. How many weeks till NFL kickoff? Apparently you can't Google that as easily. But it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's 7. I do make mistakes, so. 7 exactly today. Beautiful. 14 days until preseason game 1. Woo-wee. That's what I'd like to hear. It's the preseason. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, D Money's on the clock. Kiss my boy Austin Eckler. It's the thing drafting with you guys is good players get drafted. Which is okay. Yeah, I'm going to take Dalton Schultz here and call it a day at tight end. My team needs some help, though. Yeah, see, I knew this team was going to go tight end, and I wanted Schultz. We have Dell and Schultz. So, little Texans action. But I also wanted Zach Charbonnet, who Jason Lance, I think is a good pick. Albert was good, my dude. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Charb's a great value there. I'm probably going to draft Rico Dowdle. Yep. So right now I need a QB2. I'm probably going to be looking at like a best available player. I'm probably going to ruin someone's stack. And at some point I got to fill out wide receiver. I might target wide receiver first, though. I don't know. I need some running back depth. I need some wide receiver depth. And like I said, at some point I got to get another quarterback on this team. But this is about the area where I want to start adding wide receiver depth more than anything. It's because I usually just wait at tight end. Herbert and Tua both gone here. Because Komet's a good value here. Well, not really. His ADP is 144, but I like him in this range, I should say. Part of me just wants to target Hawkinson this round. Tough decisions. Smoke with the cat with the super chat. What a guy. Sorry, I was like scouring the draft board. Emojis in the chat for Smokey. Thank you, Smokey. Makes my day. Cats, I feel like this is going to personally attack you, but I'm going to take Chuba Hubbard here. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I just feel like he was part of your plans. So I'm sorry if he was. But I really need a RB5. And I don't want it to be Dameon Pierce for once. Smokey, thank you again for the super chat. All right, so I have a video coming out this weekend for you guys. Be my 5 most drafted players in Underdog. I'll need to run and film a mock draft on Sunday. Put that out Monday. We just got a lot of content coming your guys' way. All right, you already know who I'm drafting all day long. Dude, I do like Hawkinson right here. But I need wide receiver help, so. Give me Demarcus Robinson. I'd even look at, like... I mean, he won't be there at 177. I'm just going to punt QB2. I'm probably going to go... I'm going to draft at least 2 more wide receivers. I'll say Hawkinson is just a good value right now. Yeah, it's hard not to take him as a tight end 3 because he's a player who can, once he's healthy, fill in as a flex player too. I might just draft 2 quarterbacks. One wide receiver, 2 quarterbacks, 1 running back. Or 2 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks. Cats actually did not want Chuba there. Okay, good. Yeah, 5 is solid number. You did have Brooks, though. I thought maybe you'd want both. We should have a short coming out tomorrow for you guys. I'll put out a video Saturday. I might try and get something ready for you guys on Sunday, too. Really is a time of year where something needs to go out Sunday. All right, sorry, I had to send a text. Dang, I wanted Malachi Corley here. That is a bummer. All right, I'll just go Michael Wilson. Bummer. I feel like Brooks is a bet against Chuba and vice versa. Lions both can eat. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, I'll take cheap all day long. D Money with the snipe of a lifetime, 20 picks against ADP. Drake May. Oh no. Vote in the chat. Are we doing one more puppy tonight? I literally got on like I'm just gonna do one best ball mania draft, and here I am. I don't have a QB2, so I'm gonna take Bryce Young. This build is fine, but something about it is just like off. Hurts, Young, Barkley, Cook, Gus, Dowdle, Chuba, AJ Brown, Dell, Watson, JSN, Sutton, Demarcus Robinson, Michael Wilson, Dallas Goedert, Dalton Schultz. I mean, this is a pretty good entry. We still have 2 more picks. But something just feels off. Chat, I need the vote. One more draft or what? Smokey, are you still out there? We need you in a draft. I need you guys. Jason says bedtime for me. It's fair. 1 vote is enough. It should be my bedtime too. Dang, why are you drafting Dameon Pierce when I won Dameon Pierce? Wait, who drafted Russell Wilson? I was going to draft Russell Wilson, dude. What? All right, I might just be going double wide receiver to end this thing. But I feel like I got to get one more QB sprinkled in here. I can settle for 5 running backs. I just think Pierce is worth drafting. So give me Derek Carr. And then I'll draft one more wide receiver to end. Still a good entry tonight. 2 good entries. All right, guys, get ready for one more draft. One more fast puppy. Smokey, I'm down. I'm just not good at best ball. What I do? Why do I remember you being in like? I guess it's just pick'ems. I'm gonna go over the pick'em lines too during this next draft. Smokey, we have week 1 pick'em lines. But yeah, hop on in here, man. And really, at the end of the day, if you just draft a good team, like, don't worry about all the best ball dynamics. All right, Fast Puppy, I'm going to enter at 11:42 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay posted. Should be less than a minute, 11:42. 11:42. 11:42. 11:42. Jason, thank you for drafting. Good night, my dude. Eleven 42. 11:42. 11:42. Boom. All right, 10 spots. Get in the draft. Four spots. Get in the draft. All right. D Money's in here. Cats, where are you? Cats. Cats, we don't have you, bro. How'd you get a different one, dude? Pete. 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 What's up, bro? Oh, Cats. Did you not get in here too? My bad. I didn't even see your comment. We're in the Fast Puppy. It's okay. Me and D Money will rock. Let me know if you guys are in draft rooms. Let me know how your guys' drafts are going. Pete, tomorrow night, mock draft. We doing it? I was going to text you. Dang, I'm kind of bummed. D Money's also in yours? D Money's a madman. Pete, I hope the finger is feeling better. Feels like it might fall off. That might not be good. I'll go Bijan here. Give me some Bijan. Bijan, Bijan, Bijan. All right, Drake London, please fall. Into the second round we go. Smokey, I thought you said hush puppy. Like, there's no hush puppy. My bad, dude. No, there's no hush puppy. No hush puppy. I think I should change it up here, but it's still like Nico Collins right here. All right. Week 1 pick'ems. How's this going to look on the screen for you guys? Not great. I have it cropped like exactly. I'll just leave the draft up. Oh my gosh, we got so many pick'em lines. I want to start from the bottom. I was going to read lines that I like at the moment. I don't like anything from that Jets Niners game, the last game of week 1. Maybe C-Mac over 84 and a half rushing yards, but I feel like that's going to be a stingy game. Lions, Rams. I would probably take the over on Amon-Ra, 84 and a half receiving yards. The Rams secondary pretty bad last year. I think that's an okay line. Washington at Tampa Bay. I'd probably take the over on Rachaad White, 64 and a half if I had to pick one. But also Evans and Godwin. Godwin's at 56 and a half. Evans at 62 and a half. That Washington secondary is trash. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, that secondary is not going to be any better. Smokey says week 1 I like Henry for a touchdown. I don't dislike that. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be getting in on my touchdown scores as well. We'll be running those as well. Dallas at Cleveland. I don't really like these lines. CeeDee Lamb's at 94 and a half. So that's pretty high. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense, but that game feels like a trap to me. Vegas at the Chargers. I don't like anything here. Maybe Zamir White over 59 and a half. That I kind of like because the Chargers run defense was not that great last year. Denver at Seattle. That's just a weird game to me, man. I don't like any. Nothing stands out to me. Carolina at New Orleans. The Carolina run defense was really bad last year, and they lost Brian Burns. But I don't trust Kamara as a rusher. I think he can end up just being too involved as a pass catcher. Tennessee at Chicago. I don't know if I want to take the over on Caleb Williams, 238 and a half in his first game. I don't like anything. I'd rather take Levis over 214 and a half. But I just don't want to touch that, either line. Minnesota at New York Giants. I don't want to touch anything here. I don't want to touch anything there. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. I might take Bijan's over on rushing yards. That's about it. New England at Cincinnati. I might take Zach Moss over 72 and a half rushing yards. But That's just because I think New England's going to have a bad game. Ramondre's at 53.5 rushing yards. I also don't hate that. Houston at Indy. That's a tough game to call. I mean, you got Diggs at 63.5 receiving yards, Dell at 54.5, and Collins at 61.5. That's just tough. Arizona Buffalo. I'd probably take Dalton Kincaid over 47.5 receiving yards. Okay, I don't remember off the top of my head. Arizona was either really good against tight ends last year or really bad. But either way, I still think it's an okay line. James Cook is at 71.5 rushing yards, but once again, I just think he could end up getting receiving work that outweighs some of that. Jacksonville and Miami, if I had to pick one line, it's probably Tyreek Hill over 94.5 receiving yards. I mean, he just smashed that line over and over last year until they started to make his line like 105 receiving yards. But it's still kind of steep. Green Bay at Philly. I might take Jacobs over 61.5. And then we got Baltimore, Kansas City. That first game of the season is always a little weird. They do have Henry to score a touchdown, which I do like. That I do like. The Chiefs get in the red zone. That should be, the Ravens get in the red zone. That should be an easy money decision. First game of the season. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to. I just saved all those now. I can't see them on the screen. All right. Here are the lines I like. Here's a dollar entry. Don't do a 7-way pick 'em on anything ever. Just don't. Amon-Ra over 84.5 receiving yards. C-Mac over 84.5 rushing yards. Those are both high numbers. Rashad White over 64.5 rushing yards. Evans over 62.5 receiving yards. Zamir White over 59.5 rushing yards. Kincaid over 47.5 receiving yards. And Henry to score a touchdown. Now, it is a rushing or receiving touchdown for Henry. But you still have to remember, if you do, a touchdown score as part, especially on a 7-way flex entry, it's a 50-50 shot. Your whole potential slip is doomed if Henry doesn't score a touchdown. It's a 50-50 shot. So keep that in mind. But yeah, those are the lines I like the best right now. I do think if I'm going to bet on someone scoring a touchdown there, it's Henry. Take the over on Levis, 3,400 season-long passing yards. I just don't know if I want to. Let me check I think, are the season-long ones on here? Pete, 5K on Danny Dimes turnover. Dude, someone to throw a pick week 1. That's what I like to talk about right there, Pete. Smokey should have sent me the 11 parlay. Zamir 59.5 seems steep to me. I don't know. I think he's going to get fed that first game, man. And it's a little bit of a lower line. 59.5, not that high. Are the season-long ones up? On Underdog? Bro, they have League of Legends on here now and Valorant. I've not looked at pick'ems in so long. Well, if anyone knows if the season-long ones are on there, I can't find them because I'm stupid. So, give me Deontay. Give me. I'm gonna draft Jordan Addison just because Pete's in the chat. This one's for you, Pete. So let's see. He's a bad boy. You're right. Scroll to the end. Click NFL season. It's not showing for me. I wonder if it'll show on my phone. I swear, I don't see it anywhere. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Oh well. Sorry, I've been like spacing out during this stream. How long have we been streaming? Almost 2 hours. I don't even know what I've been doing in this draft. I don't. 5 wide receivers. 2 running backs, a tight end. Pete gets in here, and I'm all of a sudden a Jordan Addison drafter with an Atlanta team looking for Kirk Cousins late in this draft. Give me Cortland Sutton, baby. We are just loaded at wide receiver. That's what I like to see. Cats, I started Garrett Wilson, Nico Dell, Flowers, Stroud, Mixon. Nice. Nice. Would you have the 111? Did you go Nico early? 110? Not too early for Nico, but early-ish. I think I'm going running back with this next pick. Cats 112 again. Nice. Third draft of the night, boys and girls. I'm going to go Javonte right here. Unless D-Money takes him. Then I'll go Gus Edwards. Nice. We've got Sutton. Let's get Javonte. Let's get some correlation. Look at this start. Robinson, Mostert, Javonte. Look at these wide receivers. Nico, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Scary Terry, Jordan Addison, Cortland Sutton. Kyle Pitts at tight end. Let's go. This next pick's tough. I might just take one more running back here. Tough decisions late draft. If Gus Edwards falls, I'll definitely take Gus the Bus off the board. Okay. Gus Edwards is gone. Herbert's gone. Give me Eckler. I I don't know where I'm going with these next two picks. I've been like scouring the draft board, and I kind of want Dotson, but like I don't really need him. I had to go Kirk Cousins here. I got Bijan and Pitts. Yeah, I gotta go Cousins. He's a top-rated quarterback. This is a pretty solid entry, though. As long as we can fill it at running back. I'm not really concerned about tight end 2, but let's go to tight end 2. We're in a good spot here. There goes Dotson. There goes Polk. With his next pick, I'm probably going to go Darnell Mooney if he's there. If not, I'll go commit. So I can just be done with tight end. I know I just talked about maybe not going any more tight end. I just don't really feel like there's anyone at running back worth drafting right here. But Komet and Mooney could both go. I mean, Musgrave might be there. Maybe I could go quarterback. I kind of wish I went Chris Godwin over McLaurin just because it gives you a better chance to get Baker late and just a better opportunity to get a later round quarterback. All right, I'll go Mooney right here, though. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more picks. D Money going hero running back. You got Hall, Singletary, Corum, Dowdle, Chandler. Nice. Allen and Murray. Allen with Curtis Samuel. Murray with McBride. And MH Jr. Nice, nice. You just got to, kind of finish out at wide receiver, right? Man, I was thinking maybe Komet falls back to us. Like, maybe. But I wasn't depending on it. I'll go Chuba here. I mean, this team's in a pretty good spot. It's got to kind of flesh out quarterback and tight end. We should be good. 3 good entries tonight. Was only planning on doing 1 draft tonight. I don't know what got in me mid-draft, or midstream, I should say. But here we are. I don't know who I'm just going to have 2 bad quarterbacks behind Cousins, which might not be smart. We'll find out. I almost went to Marcus Robinson over Chuba Hubbard. I knew he was going to come back, but... oh, well. Robinson as my wide receiver 8 would have made me super stoked. I think you guys know that. I don't think I'm going to go. I think my last wide receiver is going to be like a low tier guy. We've been pretty aggressive at wide receiver in this draft. So, honestly, this is a nice team, though. Cousins with Bijan, Pitts, and Mooney. Bijan, Mostert, Javonte, Eckler, Chuba, Nico Collins, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, McLaurin, Addison, Sutton, Mooney, Pitts. I was hoping Baker would fall here. I would have been really happy to get Baker at 175. But we don't. Oh, well. It's going to be Kate Otten. I was really tempted to just take Malachi Corley there. This might be a 7 wide receiver build. I don't know. Pitts and Otten can probably carry us. Tough picks. I think it's really just important to try in the early rounds when you're selecting wide receiver, like make sure you're mapping out what quarterback stacks can correlate to your wide receivers and what rounds you can get those guys in. Like you go Pitts and Bijan, it's like, okay, I can wait a minute to get Cousins, but it's like, when do I have to pull the trigger on Stroud or Caleb Williams or Trevor Lawrence or Jaden Daniels? I'm not going to count Minnesota's quarterbacks. Bo Nix, also kind of a free pick, but, when you other guys in that range, right? When you have to pull the trigger on Watson, we're going to pull the trigger on Stafford, on Geno, on Lamar, on Anthony Richardson, Stroud again, on Debo, on Carr. Like all these things impact your draft. Malachi Corley might fall here. I'll take Corley at this point. It'll definitely be a 8 wide receiver build. Okay. Why did I speak? I'll take Bryce Young here. My classic QB2. Yeah, I mean, this team is like, do I just want to go one more quarterback, one more tight end, or do I want to sprinkle a wide receiver in here too? I mean, there's no one left at wide receiver that I feel like I have to draft. What a stream tonight, guys. 2 hours. Sorry, I know I spaced out once or twice. But nonetheless. Great stream. D-Money. I like your entry too. All your entries are always strategical. So I appreciate that. Cats, how did your draft turn out? Smokey, we'll get you in next time. Sorry about the hush puppy confusion. You know, I'm just going to take Bo Nix because I have Sutton and Javonte Williams. Sorry, Derek Carr. I drafted Carr last. That's 2 entries in a row where I felt like I needed 3 quarterbacks. Let's go Nix. Nix and Sutton down the stretch. Let's go. I feel like Kyle Pitts and Cade Otton is fine. I feel like I got to draft one more wide receiver. All right, this is the last draft of the night, boys. Make sure you guys hit the like on the way out. Tomorrow night, we'll run a sleeper full PPR mock draft. We'll have a short coming out. So we'll be on, me and Pete, I believe we'll both be on tomorrow night. Threw together a mock draft that went out earlier today, that you guys can take a look at. Like I said, we'll have a short coming out tomorrow. We'll have a video coming out Saturday. I think I'm going to get a video ready for you guys Sunday. We'll be streaming Saturday night. We'll be streaming Sunday night. So we'll get a nice blend of best ball and redraft content for you guys coming. It's that time of year, ladies and gents. So this next coming week and the week after, I'm going to try and have a lot of content out for you guys as we just move into the month of August. So all right, 2 drafts in a row where I took Odell Beckham for no reason to end the draft. All right, guys, hit the like. Links are down below. Join our Discord. It's free. Let you guys know when we are hopping into Underdog drafts, when we are doing our PPR mock drafts. Get invites on there. Talk to other people. Get fantasy advice. Send out fantasy league invites. Ask fantasy questions. All that good stuff. Like I said, check out the videos from this week. Going to have a lot more actual YouTube videos coming out for you guys. And the shorts will continue to come out as well. And the streams will continue too. So appreciate everything that you guys do. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And good drafting tonight, everybody. Cats landed the plane. Got all the Houston guys at ADP with Baltimore correlation and Jets triple stack. Beautiful. You love to hear it. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow. Let me know on Discord if you guys need anything. We planned on 1 draft tonight. It turned into 3. So you got to love it. It's that time of year. All right. Love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. I'll talk to you guys soon. With that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch.